In 2021, DeFi option vaults like Ribbon and Friktion did billions, then died in 2022. They sold options too cheap and ran unhedged, so no one crash wiped the LPs out. Squall rebuilt structured vaults on Sui, with both of these problems fixed. It's an ERC4626 vault that becomes the house on DeepBook Predict, earning the spread. Backtested, the hedge cuts the drawdown that kills the old vaults. Every number is verifiable. Here's the whole architecture. This is Squall, end-to-end, one continuous dive into the Sui ocean. At the surface is you, the liquidity provider. You deposit USDC and the vault mints you a shared token in return. You share tracks the vault value so they grow as it earns. It's a standard ERC4626 vault, the proven yield vault standard, now in move on Sui. Mint shares, mark net asset value, withdraw anytime, no options knowledge needed. Before it deploys a single dollar, the vault asks one question: what is the fair price of risk right now? A keeper running off-chain reads DeepBook's live volatility surface from Oracle SVI. It turns that surface into a single number, the implied volatility, and publishes it on chain as the volatility index, the first on-chain volatility index on Sui, smoothened so that it never guesses. That index is the price tag on every position the vault takes, so it never guesses. Now we move into the DeepBook Predict, where Squall actually earns. Every trade needs a counterparty, and here's the counterparty is the vault. On the right, Oracle SVI is the live volatility surface that prices every trade. In the middle is the volatility priced order book where traders open and closes positions. They pay the spread, real recurring flow, not a cheap valid options. The old auctions vaults sold options too cheap, so the vault calls supply, hands over a USDC and becomes the house. It holds a PLP position that backs the hook and earns as traders pay. The premium flows to depositors, not the market makers. The vault marks that position to net asset value every epoch, and a tail hedge caps the crash that wiped out the old vaults. Squall isn't gambling on direction, it's the house, collecting the spread. Now we move to Walrus, where the Squall earns trust. Most funds just ask you to trust their numbers. Squall proves them instead. This is what no off-chain fund can give you. Every auction vault writes a snapshot to Walrus, the NAV, the positions, and the rationale behind them. Walrus stores it across the nodes and returns a blob ID. That blob ID is a content hash on the snapshot, so the snapshot can never be quietly changed. Every snapshot also embeds the previous one's IDs, forming a hash chain you can't reorder or alter. And the keeper anchors each one to Sui in a proof log. The blob lives on Walrus, the commitment lives on Sui. It records the epochs, the NAV, and the blob ID. So the history is complete and tamper proof. Edit the past, and the hash no longer matches. To verify, anyone refetches the blob from Walrus and checks it again, the on-chain anchor and the chain link. The track isn't quietly rewritten. Trusted by proof, not by promise. Now let's see it running live on testnet. And this isn't a mock-up. It's Squall, here live on Sui testnet. This is the vault. Be the house. This gauge is our on-chain volatility index reading 65% live. I connect my wallet and enter a 100 test USDC. I approve the deposit in the vault pop-up. It confirms and I receive my vault shares vStata. Here's it on the Sui scan. Real testnet, 100 USDC in and a vault shares out. Deposit, allocate, harvest, redeem, all verified on chain. Here's the proof. Our track record of NAV attestation, 6 and counting. Current NAV, all-time return, and every snapshot right here. Each one is hash changed, marked live and chained, written to Walrus. I verified one, and here's the exact blob on Walrus by the content ID. Immutable and public, anyone can check it. Nothing here is taken on faith. This is the track record you can audit yourself. And the volatility index itself, live on chain, the first on Sui, read by Squall and usable by any protocol. DeepBook deposit at the surface, earn the spread on DeepBook and prove every number on Walrus. That's Squall. Structured vaults you don't have to trust. You can verify it.